the day after. So I think the break was kind of needed just to like reset, our minds and like get back focused because of the stress that we had. I feel like with the past day and we practiced on Saturday, I feel like we gotten better. We're doing more of our habits that Juwan speaks of, which is like more on the defensive end and on the offensive end, just like more spacing and stuff. So I feel like, over the last couple of days, we've been practicing more habits that we will need, to eventually succeed throughout the season. So I think it's been a good 2 days of practice since coming back from break, and I definitely think that break was needed.
Okay, thank you. Next up is Andrew Kahn from M Live.
Hey, Terrance, why do you think maybe some of those habits and the Michigan basketball way hasn't always shown itself, early in this season yet?
I figure it's just like new people. We're all trying to like come together. We have like I think 8 new people. It's gonna take time. It just doesn't happen overnight. And if we keep practicing those habits each day, I've seen the success that we had last year, and I know the habits work. So as long as we keep coming together, we keep like growing as a team. It's still early, so if we keep growing by the Big Ten season. As long as we perfect those habits, I think we'll have a successful season.
Thanks.
Next up is Jamie Edmonds from WDIV TV.
Hey there. My question is just a fun one. I'll be heading to Indy to cover the football team, and I was just wondering what the relationship is between the two teams. And of course, you saw your coach with that giant bear hug of Jim Harbaugh on the field.
Yeah, so we're cool with the football team. Those are guys. We gotta stay close together. Just being under the Michigan like athletics. One of the 2 biggest sports that we have here. So we're kind of close. I was congratulating everybody that I do know on the team. It was just like a surreal feeling just being Ohio State because I know they haven't beat them in like so long time, and I'm here to like witness the environment of the big house after being Ohio State and everything that transpired after. So it was very cool, and it was cool just seeing Jawan support, the football. He supports every single sport here at Michigan, but he's a big football fan. He always talks about it. So it was just cool seeing him and Coach Harbaugh, talking after the game and hugging. It was just a great experience.
Were you all there at the big house or just Jawan and his son?
I was there. I don't think most of the team was there, but I know I was there. I saw Hunter. I think Jace was there. I think Eli. Like we had some people there, but not the whole team.
Thank you.
Next up is Jack Kingsley from the Michigan Daily.
Hey, Terrance, I know you and Hunter played with Armando when you guys were younger. Can you talk about your relationship with him a little bit and what it's like to play against a guy who you played with when you were younger?
Yeah, so Armando, that's my guy. That's we play AAU together with Team Takeover. We won Peach Jam together. So, we still close. We text every once in a while just to like check up on how things are going. It's gonna be cool playing them because I usually always play, with them, like you said. But it's gonna be cool just going against them and seeing how him and Hunter battled it out because I know they probably gonna guard each other. So it's just gonna be a good feeling just seeing all 3 of us on the court, in a high major Division 1 game. So it's cool.
All right, thanks.
Next up is Davis Wallace from Sports Illustrated.
Terrance, I noticed that you're also from the DMV area, just like Hunter. So my question is, what is it about all you athletes from that area in regards to basketball? Like we know Kevin Durant's from that area, but it seems like it's just a hotbed for all these athletes within DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and how well you guys are doing.
Yeah, I just feel like this is how we raised in the area. You gotta be tough coming from where we're from. It's a tough crowd there in the DMV. If you don't keep working, there's a lot of people that like start hating on you and not supporting you. So I think just having the people in our area where you can go to like work out and get better and like go against each other each day. Like I've worked out with many people that are playing high major Division 1 basketball from my area, and it's helped me get better. So just everybody like in the area just supporting each other as athletes and, just trying to grow and get better and represent the area. I think that's what makes us the best, just being united.
And how does that translate for when you play like true real games like this one against Carolina?
I think it's gonna translate just because like the environment also that we played in the WCAC, which is in a DMV league. I feel like those games are like high level games, environment wise, where crowds are sold out in high school gyms. I know we played in American, that's a college gym. We sold that out. So it's just gonna be like it's gonna be kind of like normal, to be honest. Like, it's just I played in that front of environment before. I know Hunter has. I know a lot of people has, and that environment has prepared us for the environment we're gonna see on Wednesday at UNC. So I think we'll be ready.
Thanks.
We'll go back to Andrew Kahn with M Live.
Terrance, when you're talking about, Juwan and supporting the football team, I mean, is that something that he kind of says to you guys as a team, or maybe he doesn't have to, but hey, so support these other teams, get to a women's basketball game, your fellow student athletes, or again, maybe he doesn't have to, but is it something a message he shares?
He doesn't really share that message. But we as the student athletes, we go out and support other teams. I know me and Hunter, we went to a hockey game, we've been to a basketball game, we've been to a field hockey game. We just try to go to see other sports teams and just support them because it's Michigan family. We gotta stay close and stay tight. So I feel like just showing our support and love throughout every single athletic community here is just important for us. I mean, Juwan has to stress that, but we see that as the student athletes.
Thanks.
We'll jump over to Michael Cohen with the Detroit Free Press.
Hey, Terrance, how would you sort of describe the team's level of confidence with three-point shooting so far? I know there's been a couple games where you guys would have liked to make some more, but do you get the sense that guys are still confident in their shots, or is that a concern right now?
Nah, I think people are still confident. I know we're gonna begin to shoot the ball better. Well, I feel like we've been making them in practice. We made them in the scrimmages that we have, and I feel like everybody's still confident that they know they can make the shot. Juwan's not gonna be mad if we miss a shot and it's a good shot. Like, we're going to continue to take those shots, whether they're going or not, because that's part of our offense. That's how we play. But, everybody's confident. I know I'm confident. Caleb's still confident. Like, everybody's still confident. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Next up is James Hawkins from the Detroit News.
Hey, Terrance. Earlier you mentioned that you felt the break was kind of needed for you guys to reset your minds because you were feeling stressed. I guess just what were you guys feeling stressed about?
I mean, I want to speak for the team. I just feel like, a break is always needed when you keep going playing the schedule that we had, like 5 games, and we hadn't had an off day in over a month. So I just feel like a physical break and a mental break is always needed when you keep going over and over again.
And then I know just through 6 games, I guess, where would you just assess where this team is at? Where do you feel like this team has gotten better, and where do you feel like you guys still need to improve?
I feel like we're getting better. Like I said earlier with the habits, like I said, the past 2 days, I feel like we focused more on that. And I feel like we have succeeded, like perfecting those little things on the defense end, whether that's our stances, whether that's boxing out, whether that's getting to the deep corner on a sprint and opening up our offense. So I feel like those things are getting better. I feel like we still have room for improvement in all those aspects, but shooting, of course, like everybody is going to continue to say that. But like I said, we're still confident in the shots. We've been working on it in practice. Still on the box, we still got to work on boxing out as well, even though we're getting better in that aspect. We still got to work on defensive rotations, when things are like when somebody gambles and, we got to draw triggers. We got to work on our rotations, stuff like that.
Next up is Mark Ziegler from the San Diego Union Tribune. Mark, are you there?
There you go.
Okay.
On Saturday, you play San Diego State, which is coached by Brian Dutcher, who is one of Coach Howard's former coaches. I'm curious, does he talk much about his days as a player and Coach Fisher and Coach Dutcher and some of the lessons that they maybe have imparted to him?
Not really. I mean, he never really talks about himself in that way. Like he's like mostly like humble. He never brings up, what he's done in the past or any of that stuff. So he's never brought up anything about that coach. But I do know that that's his former coach. So I know it's gonna be just cool playing against his former coach. I feel like that's gonna be cool. But yeah, he hasn't brought up anything about that.
And in that same vein, you're going to a building tomorrow night that has a lot of banners hanging from the ceiling, and you guys have some too, but you're missing a few. Specifically, a couple that Coach Howard was part of. He's talked about revisiting that issue. Where do you, as players, do you talk about that? Do you want to see the banners rehung? Do you think it means a lot to him to one day see those hung?
I mean, we don't really talk about it as a collective whole, but I'll give you my personal opinion. I feel like they should be hung. I feel like the reason they took them down is not to like acceptable cause in my opinion, and just to take them down and the hard work that they put in throughout those years that they were there. I feel like they definitely should be still hung up. And I hope they, revisit that with the new changes that's happening in the college basketball world. I hope they like take a deep thought and opinion about that, and just hopefully they will raise them up. But yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We got time for one more. We'll go to CL Brown from the Raleigh News and Observer.
Hey, Terrance, pardon my ignorance on this question because I'm not exactly sure of all the crowds you guys played in front of last year with COVID, but is this going to be the biggest crowd you played in front of? Like, were most of the crowds last year kind of non-existent or very limited that you played on road games?
Yeah, 100% is going to be the biggest crowd I played against. Well, road game I played against. I know last year we had fans at the during the March Madness, but like they were spread out, and it was only like maybe 3,000, 4,000. I know the Dame Dome that sits like 17, 18,000. So it's definitely gonna be loud. It's definitely gonna be my first like road game experience here at Michigan. But I feel like we're ready as a team, and we're ready to go in and try to get this win.
Yeah, how much are you looking forward to that? I mean, obviously playing in college basketball, that's one of the things that makes it unique, and to not really have that full experience last year almost seems like you were cheated a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely unique. I feel like even with COVID, I'm just blessed to have have that season last year. But it's definitely going to be unique seeing different fan bases now, and seeing how loud their arena gets compared to like ours or stuff like that. It's just gonna be cool playing in front of fans from different teams as well. I feel like if we beat a team on a road, I feel like that's just like a big accomplishment to me, because like you go in there home and you get a win on their court, and I feel like we'll be doing that throughout this whole season. So it's gonna be cool.
Thank you.
All right, T, we're all set. Make sure that you get to your appointment, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Tom.